Hi.
How high?
When I ask you to jump, you ask,
How
how
high?
high?
What, you mean 6 years ago?
No.
Oh,
What, you mean 6 years ago?
yeah.
I mean, I was still in elementary school back then, right? It's pretty unfair to expect me to remember everything, don't you think? True, especially because we were so young. You've grown a lot in these 6 years. If I hadn't been introduced, I might not even have remembered you. Really? Holy shit, you're fucking retarded. I figured he was Battler right away. And when he opened his mouth, I was sure. You shouldn't start a sentence with and, you dunce. Ooh, I just met him for the first time. Didn't know him 6 years ago.
Yes, you did, Maria, you liar.
No, she didn't, because she was baby.
Yeah, well,
Well, she was toddler.
she still met him. But you can't remember
She
it.
can't. I can't remember anything.
That's right. Maria was only 3 years old then.
Well, the same goes for me. I was only 3 years old at that time, too. What the fuck is going on? I only knew Maria when she was 3 years old. Shit, she's grown so big, of course I wouldn't recognize her. After lunch, we had all gone down to the beach to walk around, talk, and take it easy. Our parents were apparently having a suspicious, complicated discussion, so we ended up leaving them behind. 'Cause fuck becoming an adult. Well, just as I'd guessed from the start, the conversation focused on me since I'd been away for 6 years. Still, you've really gotten tall. I wouldn't call myself short, but your height really surprised me.
That's right. I remember well what Battler was like 6 years ago, but I was surprised even so.
Yeah, seriously, I can hardly believe this is the same Battler we knew back then. I'm surprised how much everyone remembers about it. My memory's all hazy. Yeah, I'll bet. Looks like it's taking you a while to remember us. You know, that hurts a bit. Come on, this was 6 years ago, right? I'm the one who has it bad, being forced to remember. Fuck you. I don't give a shit about you. I only care about me.
Are you saying that you can't remember well because it was 6 years ago? I can remember it as clearly as if it happened yesterday.
That's because your memory's fucked. You just think you remember it, but you're not. Well, your memory's great after all. You remember the kind of thing Battler did and said back then really pretty clearly, don't you? Come on, come to think of it, that's right. Shannon's memory can be incredible when you least expect it. It's because she's using a natural gift for fucking something useless. Ooh, I'm horrible at remembering. I remember fun things but can't remember boring things at all. Ooh. We all laughed, saying that everyone was like that. Shannon. By the way, what was Battler like 6 years ago? Remember any interesting episodes? Besides that one time when he got his dick stuck in a toaster?
Let's see. I'm sure that he said something like this when he left. I'll be back. See you again. I'll surely come for you riding a white horse.
Stop it. So embarrassing. Sounds just like something you'd say. Yeah, I remember you always used to be full of those stupid lines, Battler. What? I'm having an asthma attack. It really does sound like something Battler would have said back then. Ooh, embarrassing. Is that embarrassing? Yeah, horribly embarrassing.
Oh, he's fucking crying.
He's fucking crying like a bitch. Maria, I'm sure that when you're in middle school, you'll want to say embarrassing stuff like that. When that happens, make sure you write it down and read it 3 times before saying it out loud. If you don't, you'll definitely regret it. Still, everyone has to pass through that pitiful period. That's right, that shows you how to learn your place, learn shame, and become an adult. Yeah, it's one of those bittersweet things everyone does in adolescence is the transition to becoming adults, a memory you would just want to forget. After all, this was stuff I'd let slip out without thinking, so I didn't remember the words exactly. But now that those words were being recited to me, they were as embarrassing as all hell. I only recently came to understand this weakness and was working hard to avoid such careless outbursts, but I guess I was just born with the habit of speaking without thinking, and there's nothing that can be done about it. Shannon, do you remember any other embarrassing stuff?
Yes, well, I remember a few other things, but since it looks like the person in question wants to forget them, I think I'll refrain from saying any more.
To be brutally honest, I don't remember this at all. Please don't make me remember. Ooh, Shannon's bullying Beller. I will kill Shannon. Ooh, you can't. You shouldn't bully people. I'll kill you. Isn't she really? She isn't really bullying him. Let's leave it at that, okay? But Shannon, you have to tell me all about it sometime Ballet isn't around. It sounds pretty interesting.
Yes, certainly.
No, you can't, Shannon. For a while, George laughed at me as though warming up for when Shannon would tell. Oh, shit, I skipped it.
Tell him about more of my embarrassing misspeaks.
Yes, that. George looked like he was flirting with Shannon, like he was some kind of stud or some shit. Fuck him. But he seemed somewhat open and frank about it, as if he had an idea in his head that the two would be together forever. He was always that way with his cousins, but he usually took on a reserved, gentlemanly attitude when he came into contact with servants. When I thought about it, I got the feeling he was being a bit overly friendly, which seemed strange.
Why the fuck would George be being friendly with fucking Shannon?
Jesus Christ. Maria started scribbling in the sand with a stick, and George and Shannon joined in with sticks and beating Maria with sticks. This left me and Jessica off to the side, so I asked her secretively, "Hey, why are they beating Maria with sticks?" "Hey, Jessica, is George, going out with Shannon?"
No.
No. What the? How'd you guess? Butler, you've got a keener eye for people than I thought. Huh? What? I was just kidding, but they're actually going out? What the fuck? Shh, your voice is too loud. It looks like they're keeping it a secret for now, okay? It'd be better if nobody found out about it, especially Aunt Ava, because she'd be all like, "Oh, fuck you, servant!" That's what she would sound like.
Furniture?
Furniture? No, not furniture. Servant? I see. Love with a servant, huh? That's like Romeo and Juliet, except really fucking dumbed down. Yeah, but since when? Phew, I guess a lot can happen in 6 years. But yeah, Anki's an amazing person, and Shannon seems kind. Not brave. Not brave at all. No, not brave. So they might have make a pretty good match. Actually, 6 years ago, I remember taking notice of her just a little bit. I see she really fits well with George. Nothing I can do about that. Goodbye, my fleeting first love of 6 years ago. Which means that the collection of embarrassing lines Shannon had just held back on probably had something to do with that. Ugh, I can't take it. How long have they been going out? That depends on what you call going out, but I think it's been at least a year.
1 year.
1 year. But if you count the time they both had one-sided feelings, it'd probably be several years.
Several years.
But don't count... But that doesn't actually count, you fucking dumbass. Before I'd realized that the two of them had separated themselves from the group and were walking down the beach, talking about something. They looked calm, as if they were talking about maybe a baby on the way. Weird. And rather than a light relationship between the two lovers, it looked like a more serious one, as though they were already engaged. Weird. 6 years ago, huh? That's a long time. What did those 6 years mean to me? I've just gotten taller. It was just a waste of time. 6 years I spent obstinately fighting with my dad. What about you, Ballard? You got a girlfriend? Ha 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 ha. I wonder. There's few girls that I have fun with, but there's no only one. I guess I'm just a player. I think it's more fun to be noisy with a large group of people than be alone with one person. That's so you, Ballard. But take your relationships with your female friends seriously. When girls get wrong impressions or form a group, it can be scary, you know? Like, really scary. Like, worshipping Satan scary. They might be having secret feuds over you behind your back with people getting hurt or crying. That's so weird. I think I remember getting the same bit of advice from one of the girls in my class just last week. What's this all about? Why can't everyone just have fun together? Do people really want to couple up that much? It's probably because you've never found a partner like that, Ballard. Well, you might run into someone sooner or later. You've got to wait patiently. Like, maybe the person is right in front of your face, looking at you and speaking these words that are coming from my mouth, but not me.
His fucking cousin. She's in love with Cannon.
What? It almost sounds like you found a partner like that. What about you? Have you gotten a boyfriend? Huh? Me? No, or...
Cannon rejected me.
Fuck you, Jessica. Come on, that reaction is so easy to understand. From the looks of it, there's some boy you're thinking about, but you haven't been able to confess to him yet. Something like that. No, that's not. Shut up. Who cares about that? I definitely don't care about that. Fuck you. If you're the one who brought up the subject, why are you yelling at me now? Women are creatures who always ask questions and yet almost never answer them. What cruel creatures, seriously? Well, I did try to confess once. Well, I struck out pretty badly. Did you get an I'm sorry? No, my feelings were seriously one-sided and they didn't really know how to respond, I guess. It was like they didn't view me that way at all. Well, I can understand that. You talk like a man, after all. That she does not talk like a man. If you don't act a bit more graceful, you won't be able to catch a boy's interest. Just, have no aspirations ever. And be like Aunt Ava, Just do that. It is really... Is the way I speak really that bad? Yeah, it is. Well, how you talk isn't everything. But when people like you, who usually have a rough style of speech, suddenly start working hard to talk more normally, while there are guys out there whose heart will skip a beat when they see how determined you are. Is that really true? I see. Yeah. What does this have to do with epitaph? Dang, dude. Jessica started talking more meekly, and then her face instantly went slightly red. Holy shit, she is the hots for me! What the fuck? I see, even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. But still, I get it. After seeing how close George and Shannon have gotten, I also kind of want to find a girlfriend. Maybe I'll just, buy a body pillow or some shit. Maybe. 6 years. 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they went by pretty fast. As the typhoon approached, the crowds grew steadily greater, but even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll try thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs. By the way, it looks like George's going on with a servant. Don't tell me it's the same for you. What? Why do you think that? Because the only boys you think you meet are servants. That's the only one. The only people you ever interact with are servants. Come to think of it, that Cannon greeted us in the rose garden. You were covering for him pretty intensely, considering he was just a little awkward at talking. No, that's not... Now you're getting paranoid. What do you mean paranoid? He looks like you're paranoid. Then just tell me one thing, right now. Is the boy you're after within 1 kilometer of the spot?
Say it in red.
Say it in red. Well, about that, I wonder. Ken was the only boy on this island who could possibly become her boyfriend. So judging by her reaction, I was right on. I didn't think of the Ushimi family as a noble family, but love with a servant. I wouldn't have dreamed that two pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me.
You just said Romeo and Juliet.
I know, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fucking psychic. And it would probably become an obstacle to George and Shannon's love. If Aunt Ava ever learned that Shannon was the partner of her only beloved son, she'd probably scream at her for trying to steal away her precious George. And a relationship between Jessica and Cannon would probably just be just as full of difficulties. Aunt Nancy was also very strict about that kind of thing. You can't love anyone who isn't rich and famous. After all, Jessica's husband would probably be the head of the Ushirimiya family in the future. How does that even work? Because Aunt Ava can't become the head, but the person who marries husband can be? That's weird. He's not even part of the family, her potential future husband, unless it's Battler. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, things would get complicated. Well, love is different for every person. As long as you're with someone who's fun to be around, does anything else matter? When two people pair up, they don't need anyone's permission as long as they accept each other. Worrying about what your parents or family will say means you've already lost. Don't forget that. You'd better not go out with someone with mixed feelings. You fucker. I can't believe you're saying something so philosophical sounding when you haven't ever been in love. Don't treat love like a matter of profit and loss. It's about heart. That's all I have to say. Well then, see you again. Have a nice day. George, Shannon, listen. This guy said another one of those lines. I didn't say anything. Wow, don't make fun of me. Ooh, I heard it. See you again. For a while, we forgot that the wind was getting stronger and played around on the beach, beating Maria with sticks again. I grew a lot in these past 6 years, and being able to celebrate my youth and meet with all my cousins was truly refreshing. It was a bit late now, but I realized that I should have gotten back together with everyone a lot sooner and returned to the Ushirimiya family. It sure is nice to have all the cousins together every once in a while. Ooh, I like it too. It's really fun when all the cousins get together. That's right. We're already old enough. It's not like we couldn't meet each other when our parents aren't around. It might not be a bad idea to gather the cousins together and play every once in a while. That's a good plan. Maybe we should set up something like that next time we get a chance. Yeah, I agree. I hope we cousins can stay friends forever. Hey, if you want to make such a big deal out of it, you almost make it sound like relatives usually end up hating each other. Ha 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 ha. George and Jessica laughed, but it felt a little strained. Did I say something right? Judging by how our parents made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride and at the airport, maybe I should have kept that to myself. You're right. It's just like Jessica said. Let's always be friends to each other. Ooh, me too. We're all friends. That's right. Yeah. We'll always be together. We'll always be friends. Haha. Man, we've been saying some pretty embarrassing stuff. I feel kind of awkward.
There we go. But I think it's very important. People are creatures who find it very hard to stay together, much less remain friends, unless they truly desire it.
That's right. You really can't take everyone being friendly for granted. Ooh, a witch I know said that. Happiness won't be granted unless everyone believes in it. That's true. Maybe some magic exists in the power of belief. If we all believe that, I'm sure, though, it will bring us happiness. Alright. Well, if we're doing embarrassing stuff already, let's all swear to believe in this together, okay? That we'll always be friendly, and that we'll always be happy. That's not how happiness works. Like hell, we'll end up like our parents. As if we'd ever search for each other's weaknesses, going after grandfather's fortune. Okay, we'll always be friendly and happy. Let's all believe in that. No matter how much we cousins tried to nostalgically have fun, dark clouds continued to approach Rock and Gina. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and let us see the clear skies before we leave this island. Who cares about what our parents are planning? Who cares about the inheritance and the honor of our old family? As youthful as we were renewing our old friendship, and we all believed together that we could find happiness. That's why I want this period of days to end without anything weird happening, in peace and happiness, and calmly. No, I don't just want them to end. Please let them end. Please end my suffering.
Let them end? Fucking.
Damn it, you fucking bitch. Don't show up. Don't appear. Damn it.
Sorry to keep you waiting. I've finally prepared a new game. Come, let us begin this tale of tragedy. Come to me, winds, rain, typhoon. Cut this island off from the real world. Throw Rokkenjima into another realm, into the spirit world, into a world of fantasy.
That's not right. That's not gonna happen. Do you know why it's not gonna happen? Because it's not fantasy. And this is me.
Well, that fucking came quick.
Yeah.
I think this is me.
Yeah.
And so, the tale
Repeated.
Yeah. And so the tale repeated for the third time. However, to an endless witch, what did it matter whether it was the first, second, or third time? It probably didn't matter at all. After all, this was a tale of fantasy, endlessly repeating until the match was settled. Would Battler surrender first, or would the witch?
I think the witch will surrender first. But Battler already surrendered, so, I mean...
Well, for a little bit, but he's back.
For a little bit. Yeah, he's back now. That's good.
Then the sky grew dark and cloudy, and the rain and wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. Maria could be seen in the rose garden, being beaten up by her mom, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling, going around in circles, searching for that single rose that should have been marked.
Wah. Not here, my rose. That we marked isn't here. Wah.
Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right here, and yet it wasn't anymore. She didn't know what to do with her irritation at not being able to find something that should have been there, and, moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she'd be able to see it if she looked at a different angle. But even though she did that, there was no way to find something that wasn't there. Poor Maria. The wind grew increasingly strong, and the rain turned into cold, large drops. There was no way even Maria would fail to notice this. However, if she couldn't find her rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep searching for a rose that I skipped ahead. Just then, the cold drops of rain tormenting Maria were suddenly blocked
by an umbrella. Ooh. Wah.
Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw an umbrella there, protecting her from the rain. And the one holding out that umbrella was...
Fuck off, no.
The witch she admired, Beatrice!
No. Beatrice, you don't exist.
That's exactly what Maria would say.
Yep.
What are you doing so frantically in the middle of all this rain? You could catch a cold like this. Even witches have to care for their own health.
No, they don't. They're witches. I can't find my rose. Ooh, no matter how many times I search, even though it should be here, I can't find it. What?
Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful woes, and that she was sure they had mocked it. Ho ho, so you can't find it. If you are a witch's apprentice, you should use magic to search for the rose. I believe that searching with just your eyes won't be nearly enough.
Ooh, I can't find it. I did my best and tried to search with magic, but I can't find it.
I think practicing your magic is a very good thing, but it might be a little too much for you with all this wind and rain. Allow me to lend you some special power. Concern for one's disciples is also one of a teacher's duties.
Thank you, Beatrice.
Maria's face, which had been full of sadness until just now, split open into a grin. Maria knew. She knew that there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do. So she was sure that Beatrice would be able to find the woes easily, even though Maria couldn't. Beatrice closed her eyes lightly, acting as though she was listening for something in all this wind and rain. Then she heard it, opened her eyes, and spoke. All things in this world are transitory. Too bad, Maria. It seems your rose couldn't withstand all of this wind and rain.
Ooh, then my rose is dead.
It was uprooted by the wind and is no longer of this world.
Ooh.
What Beatrice had said was quite reasonable. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off at the stem in this strong wind. However, Maria couldn't accept this and bitterly gave a low-pitched moan.
No.
Oh.
No. It's my rose. My rose won't come back, no. I'll bring it back to life with my magic. Beatrice, teach me how to revive a rose with magic.
Ha! It's much too early for an apprentice like you to learn the hidden art of endless magic. Know your place. Fucking little girl. Maria wiped the tears from her eyes, full of regret. Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled at Maria's pitiable expression. Very well. I will lend you my power, the hidden art that can revive a rose.
Really?
Indeed. Well then, concentrate the power of your heart. Close your eyes, forget the rain, forget the wind, and search for the soul of the wandering rose with the eyes of your heart.
What the fuck does that mean? Beatrice, wait, your instructions are bad.
Maria closed her eyes. Then she repeated Beatrice's song-like words. Come.
Oh, you do it. This is Beatrice.
This is Beatrice?
Yeah.
Okay. Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have?
Come, try to remember. Rose, what form did you have?
Don't look. Don't listen. And believe. Release the power of your soul from the cage of flesh that imprisons it. That's it. Good. Around Maria, who was concentrating her power, her eyes tightly shut, small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this the manifestation of the magical power Maria held? Lost soul of the rose, gather into one and remember your form. Come, gather, remember. The glitter of the gold butterflies began to strengthen, and their numbers increased. Then Beatrice raised a finger up to the skies, and they began to gather at the tip of that finger.
Whoa.
This was the miracle of the golden magic. The gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single glittering gold seed.
Whoa.
It rode on the tip of Beatrice's finger, budded into a golden sprout, and opened into a golden leaf. It then slowly fell from the fingertip, sank into the mud of the flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who admired magic and the witch, really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. No, she was probably afraid that, if she opened her eyes to look, the power that she had concentrated in her heart would be cut off, and the magic would be lost. Therefore, Beatrice, as the only one permitted to witness this golden miracle, was the only witch, the sole master of many miracles. Then the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower. And when Beatrice poked it with her finger in just the right way, the gold-colored sparkles scattered, just as if a golden soap bubble had popped, and what remained was a single, beautiful rose. It looks like you've remembered a splendid rose. However, if we just leave it mixed in with these other roses, you won't be able to tell it apart. Shall I perform one last service? Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice, who was moaning even more now in concentration, decided to use one more bit of magic. When she snapped her fingers, a single gold butterfly appeared, fluttered around, and landed on the flower that had just been revived. Then it suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming golden lace and marking the rose. That will do. Maria, you may open your eyes now.
Ooh, where's the rose? It's not here. Not here.
Not over there. Over here. Look. I've marked it with golden lace.
What? You did? Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you, Beato. Thank you, Beato. I want to become a witch quickly, a great witch like you.
And you can. Long ago, I too wished for that innocently, just as you do, and I have attained that level. Maria was ecstatic over the revived rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking very pleased.
Yay, yay, yay. Ha ha ha.
Clap.
Having so much fun with Rose.
Rosa is her mom.
No, but I'm having fun with Rose.
More fun with Rose than ever Rosa.
Yep. Is this Beatrice or me?
I think it's
No,
Beatrice.
It's Beatrice.
By now I can break and repair any soul if I try, not just that of a rose, and kill and revive as I pleased. Come, the barrier of the storm has now sealed Rockinjima off from the natural world. Now is the time for the Golden Witch Beatrice to descend as an endless witch. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with the family crest, the one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria. Maria frolicked around at being selected to be the witch's messenger.
Yay.
So, Kinzo, I've come to join in on your fun once more. My preparations are already complete. What of you? Have you prepared enough coins to bet in tonight's game?
I think he has enough coins.
He's got gold.
Yeah.
He's pretty
gold.
darn rich.
Of course I'm fully prepared, Beatrice. I've assembled a plethora of pieces. I'm ready to both physically and mentally destroy you. So then let us make the
ante.
Make the ante?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was supposed to be up the ante.
Well, you can use ante in other
No! Impossible!
context.
All that you have given should be returned to you in the end. Come, take it.
Kinzo flung the window of his study open wide, took off the valuable golden wing that had been on his finger, and threw it into the darkness of the waging wind and wane. That wing was struck by lightning, and after twinkling gold for an instant, disappeared. Kinzo watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly.
I don't think I'll lose. You are mine forever. Heh, fuck you.
Fuck you, Kinzo.
Fuck you, Beatrice. Dude. So, like, wait, what the fuck? Lightning struck the ring?
Mm-hmm.
And it disappeared. Nah. That's not real.
The wing that Kinzo had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the wind and wane. It headed for the rose garden, almost as though it was being guided there. It then found the figure of the golden witch and fluttered down. When it came down right in front of Beatrice, it burst open and returned to its original form, flying through the air. The way it was going, you would have expected it to fall into a puddle, but it stopped suddenly in midair, almost as if some transparent person had caught it. Apparently, even Beatrice hadn't expected this. However, she realized who it was and grinned broadly at it.
What the fuck?
As she did, the shadow of the person who had caught the wing began to fuzzily appear. It was the figure of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with the one-winged eagle crest. There was no man like this among the servants of the Ushiwomiya family. Even so, Beatrice laughed as though it was someone else, as though it was someone she remembered fondly.
Genji?
Genji?
I think it's Genji. Because that's his name, isn't it?
It's like
Ronov Genji?
Something like that. Ronove, is it? It's been quite some time. It seems you have remembered me. You were always a man who took loyalty seriously. Okay.
Looks very flamboyant.
I want to give him like a French voice.
Dude, can you do a French accent?
That's what I'm thinking. I might. I'm gonna try.
Alright. Well, you figure out your voice. I'm gonna go to the bathroom like really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. It's just me and the audience now. Me and the audience. And I'm gonna practice this. It has been quite some time since your... It has been... it... It has been quite some time since your... It has been quite some time since your last correspondence. It has been quite some time since your last correspondence. Not for a single day have I, run away, forgotten that I serve you, my lady. Oh my god. It has been quite some time since your last correspondence. Not for a single day have I, run away, forgotten that I serve you, my lady. I was more afraid that you had forgotten about me. After all, you can be quite forgetful. It has been quite some time since our last correspondence. Not for a single day have I, run away, forgotten that I serve you, my lady. That's not French, but, you know, it's a good voice. You're back.
Can you speak French?
No, but I have a good voice.
Alright, it'll be a surprise for me then.
Okay. It has been quite some time since your last correspondence. Not for a single day have I, run away, forgotten that I serve you, my lady. I was more afraid that you had forgotten about me. After all, you can be quite forgetful.
Going Scottish there.
Yeah. That's what I ended up doing when I tried to do French, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. So I was like, yeah, that's it.
Nice.
I see, yes, I certainly am forgetful. I'd forgotten even your sarcasm until I heard it again. Milady, take this! With an exaggerated yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully. All the new voices. And held out to Beatrice the head's wing that he just caught. It is the Ushiromiya family head's ring, returned to you from Ushiromiya Kinzo. It is now once again in the possession of its master. Fuck. Okay, I'll get used to that.
Yeah.
Indeed. This is Kinzo announcing the start of the game. Of course, I'll accept it. So, oh wait, this is Ronove?
Yeah.
So, how shall we play tonight? Shall I prepare the roulette immediately? Or shall I prepare some black tea first? I can't decide which, but first I need you to greet someone. I'm sure that guy's got his mouth hanging open and can't shut it. Right, Battler?
Fuck you, witch.
Greetings! Allow me to introduce myself. I am called Ronove, and I serve at the side of my lady Beatrice. Okay, let's check the tips.
Oh, what the fuck? Oh, you fucker. I hate everything.
Okay, Ronove.
What?
One of the 72...
Oh, shit, I pressed next. What the fuck? Oh.
One of the 72 great demons. Works for a master in exchange for various forms of compensation. He currently has a contract with Beatrice as her butler, head furniture. He's become proficient at housekeeping after serving in many households, so his ability as a butler is very high. In the high society of witches, employing him has become a kind of status symbol. Furthermore, the cookies he bakes are superb, and witches will often form a line demanding them. He must possess tremendous magical power, but since he always stays out of the spotlight to further boost his master's reputation, his combat capabilities are unknown.
Alright. Then the Seven Sisters of Purgatory. All of the goats. Alright. Cool, now that we have those.
All of the goats.
All of the goats.
It is truly a pleasure to meet you. See? His mouth's hanging open and he can't shut it, right?
Yeah, no shit. Another incomprehensible guy just showed up. First, like, grum about goat-headed people doing the Bond dance. Then goat-heads start showing up in swarms. And since then, not only have I seen those 7S Nasans appeared, but now there's even a butler? It doesn't make sense. Cut it out.
By the way, Battler, did you notice? Did you realize that meeting him is a true devil's proof?
Devil's proof? Nah, what do you mean? You're lying.
You're lying.
You're lying.
He may not look like it, but this guy's one of the 72, a genuine demon. In other words, I brought a demon right in front of you, which truly proves that they exist. Ronove holds a noble rank in hell, the 27th highest ranked great demon. He's a pretty useful man. I summoned him at high cost and made him serve me. It is an honor to meet you. While my name is amongst those of the nobles of hell, I now serve as the head furniture of Beatrice, who, despite being a vulgar human, is a great witch of such caliber that demons flee before her. He's a very useful man, but he's impudent with his words. Frustratingly enough, he sometimes forgets to respect his master. Nothing in my contract specifies the manner in which I am to speak. Would you like to change that contract? It keeps me entertained, so it's fine. Beatrice turned her back to him, cackling. After bowing once to her back, Ronove turned back to Battler and stuck out his right hand, showing off an innocent smile. Normally, this would mean that he was asking for a handshake.
What is this supposed to be?
I am another who has been subjected to Milady's whims. In that sense, I am sure we could become good friends. This is a handshake of friendship. Oh, that's better when I do the lower voice.
Yeah.
Than the high-pitched. Starts sounding a little like Kumasawa. Of course, this in no way implies your entry into a contract with a demon, so fear not.
Fuck you. Sorry, but I'm right in the middle of a big fight with your master. I only shake hands with an enemy after we've beaten each other up in a rainy schoolyard and all are worn out. Like something you'd see in a teen drama. Remember that. Fuck you.
I see. To shake hands with you, Battler, I must create a fitting atmosphere in a suitable location, exchanging sweet words and physical language with you that rings true to your heart. When the opportunity arrives, I shall arrange for such an encounter. Yeah, that's cool. I must say, I simply love situations like that myself. Pooh, coo, coo, coo. As Ronove laughed tauntingly, he whispered to Battler, bringing his face so close that their noses were almost touching. Battler, his face turning red after getting so close to another of the same sex, pushed him away.
You're a creepy bastard. I see, just right for Beatrice Butler. I almost said bustler.
It is an honor to receive such words of praise. I'm very confident in my tea brewing abilities, so please look forward to tea time. Baking cookies is one of my hobbies, so please feel free to request any snacks you may desire. The best cookies. The witches love them. Just what I'd expect from a pair of the same gender. You started getting along well right off the bat. I'm jealous. My. I apologize for making you jealous, milady. I shall not sneakily snatch your guest away from you. Well then, I will leave for now to retake my post as head furniture and greet my subordinates. Please forgive my short absence. Indeed. Only the common goats and the 7 sisters used for the ceremony have manifested themselves. You will be able to finish greeting them in no time. Oh, those lively 7 sisters are here. I wonder if those naughty girls have grown a little more graceful.
If that's graceful, I'll have to doubt the definition of the word graceful.
Is that so? Then I suppose you've already had the opportunity to play with those sisters. Judging by your expression, it would seem they're just as naughty as always, even though I am always telling them to act more fitting as servants of Beatrice. What troublesome kids?
If that's your problem, don't worry. They actually act perfectly fitting for their master. Ha.
Now even you have begun to say it. However, a conversation means that you accept your partner. The fact that you've started to respond to my idle chatting proves that you are gradually starting to accept my existence.
That's not what that means at all, you fucking retard. Heh. That's because even if the sun starts rising from the west, I will definitely absolutely never accept that you're a witch. You might want to try a more positive approach, like crying and kissing my shoes.
Even if Battler was bluffing, he still spoke forcefully, a fearless expression on his face. The witch and her butler snickered together, realizing that their guest had regained more than enough of his willpower to attend to a new game, and that preparations were complete. After Ronave exchanged a few words with Beatrice, he bowed silently to Battler, scattered into several gold butterflies, and disappeared.
What? Now he can do that too? Fuck off.
It is truly pleasing to have such a boisterous atmosphere. How boring were the days when I was trapped alone on this island, unable to regain my power and lacking anyone to talk to.
I get how that unpleasant guy is really fitting as your butler. But tell me, why has the butler only appeared now? You said something about how only the goats and Nachans of the Seven Stakes had manifested themselves. What did that mean?
Indeed. You still resist, but I am a fully fledged witch. I am in contact with several non-human entities in the spirit world.
I'll bet no sane person would hang out with you. First some goat monsters, then those ass Nachans, and then this time a demon's butler showed up. I hate to think about it, but the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if even more weird people appeared. Don't say it, Battler. He's gonna jinx it. He jinxed it.
Ha 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 ha! Among the furniture that work in my great golden mansion, how many demons do you think want to come over and play? They will keep coming. Many of them will appear. When the door to the Golden Land is opened, I will call back all of my furniture and build my new castle here on Rockinjima. Then I plan to invite all of my old friends, and we will drink and dance together for 3 days and 3 nights. Of course, I also plan to invite Kinzo's family, you see. You too, if you wish.
So is this what you mean? That since you lost your power for a long time, you couldn't summon them? And that since your magic power has been gradually increasing, you've become able to summon more and more monsters. What the fuck?
It is as you say. You stopped a hair's breadth before crumbling, but your heart is already wavering and you are unable to deny that I am a witch. That wavering in your heart has been slowly restoring my power as a witch.
No, it hasn't. So are you trying to say that creepy butler appeared because I started to surrender? Nah, I never even started to surrender.
That's right. Bit by bit, you are surrendering to me. Isn't all that humiliation you suffered in the last game a result of you submitting to me so deeply? Wasn't it great when you had to sacrifice your back for the sake of my feet?
Damn it. I thought I'd be able to keep things as they were as long as I didn't accept you. But it looks like that was wrong. What? No, it's right, you fucker. You dumbass.
Correct.
Battler's stupid.
The closer you get to surrendering, the more the game will swing in my favor. Isn't chess the same?
No.
In the process of cornering each other's kings, we trade several pieces. Of course, I still haven't cornered your king. And furthermore, you're giving it everything you've got just to help your king escape and have lost several pieces to me, as well as a large advantage. It's only natural that further developments will tend to turn in my favor.
Damn.
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 From now on, you will probably be frantic as you try to avoid my checkmate. However, as you do, I will steal your pieces from you one by one. In the end, you will have lost everything but your king, and you won't be able to escape no matter how much you try. Then, you will receive a true checkmate.
No, I won't.
You were talking big last time, weren't you? Something about
I still am.
how you'd never accept me and would torment me with eternal torture? Only witches who have reached the endless level can talk about eternity. That's been beyond you ever since the very beginning.
Your words don't scare me, witch. I know that you don't actually exist.
How do you know?
I just know. Because witches don't exist. Kinzo has already publicly displayed the location of the hidden gold within the epitaph under my portrait.
What?
The rules apply. This is Maria reading.
Oh, okay.
You know, the rules
Okay.
apply equally to all who can read the epitaph. If you discover the gold, I shall return everything to you. Tonight, I ask you to enjoy our battle of wits with Kinzo to the fullest. I sincerely pray that this night will be both intellectual and elegant. Signed, Beatrice the Golden.
When Maria finished weeding the letter that Beatrice had handed her, everyone was at a loss for words for a while. And then, they all broke the silence at once. Ridiculous! What a worthless, vicious prank!
Seriously, there is no way Father gave up the hit's ring, Beatrice. Ha! What a transparent prank, hoping to confuse us just by bringing up that name. Hey, who filled this dessert with a little too much punch? Oh, I'm getting tipsy. I want to applaud and praise you, so come clean, okay? Rosa? Of course not. I wouldn't pull a prank by assuming Father's name. Then Anarchy. Anarchy. Me? Are you an idiot? It was Nissan, right? Only he could plan something this vulgar. Are you trying to mock me? I'm the one who wants to question you, who has beneath this ill-natured prank.
Klaus beat the table and stared at everyone. Since that included the children too, he scared most of them. A letter from a mysterious person who claims to have been given full rights to Father's assets. Considering that the whole point of this family conference is the discussion of that subject, I think it's too hasty to call this a mere prank. We can't be sure. Maybe it really is one of Father's shady pranks. He might have planned this to shock us a bit, since we've been discussing the distribution of his inheritance without him.
If Dad was the only one who planned this, then we can't take what Maria just read aloud as a joke, right? That's right. If you interpret the contents literally, then this is a test from Father. The epitaph of the witch has been displayed in the hall for quite some time now, so that any one of us could solve it. There was plenty of notice. That means he was saying that the first person to solve it would be handed the inheritance along with all of his wealth, right?
This is young Ava, I'm pretty sure.
Young Ava? Oh.
Yeah.
See, my magic granted your wish. Fuck you.
Nothing so foolish could possibly be the case. It is an unshakable fact that my husband is the successor to the Ushiromiya family headship.
Well, doesn't this letter shake that? This is a message from the person who was given full rights to all the father's wealth. Nissan's right to become the head has returned to a blank slate. The person who solves the riddle, the person who finds Beatrice's gold, will become the next head of the Ushumi family. Ridiculous. You're fucking dumb. Do you think we can trust the meaningless words in that letter? That the seal was the real thing? There's no way we could trust it. Then let's try to go ask Father directly. At this point, you can't get away with saying he's grumpy or feeling bad, right? This sealed wax clearly shows that this was Father's representative. If you doubt that, then show some proof, Nissan. Show that this letter does not contain Father's will. Very well. It is just as you say. It no longer matters whether Father's in a good mood or not. Let us go up and ask him directly.
Let's do it. We'll ask Dad directly. Dad is Dad, so why wouldn't he act in such a roundabout way? Then again, I guess it would be like him.
I wonder if we really should continue the discussion on the assumption that this letter came from Father. Stupid Rosa! Isn't it obviously from Father? That letter is Father's. Isn't it obvious that he's given the four of us an even chance to become his successor? Die, you brainless idiot! Rosa really is dumb. If only she'd just give up and die. I'm sorry. That's right. I'm sorry.
That's all she has to say.
Yep. That's being the youngest, man.
In the beginning, the adults had all doubted the credibility of the letter, but after realizing that this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance in the inheritance struggle for the three younger siblings, Ava changed her position, claiming that the letter was authentic. Rudolph and Rosa caught on and agreed. Outrageous! How can adults like you take such a worthless prank this seriously? I don't need to be Father to understand this contempt. Whoa! Natsui, all we've got to do is ask Father and we're done, right? Won't everything be fine if Father just tells us that he doesn't know about any letter?
Nissan, take responsibility and just get him to say that he doesn't know about the letter. This is no time to get scared just because he's in a bad mood, okay? He's still scared of Father at his age, that idiot. If only he'd just give up and die. Yeah, let's get this settled clearly. He's probably eating in his study right now. Let's have him set down his chopsticks just for a moment. I thought that said pork chops for a second.
It's decided. Let's go. Carrie, wait here for a while. We'll go check whether it's true or not and come back quickly.
Thank you. I'll wait patiently for Goda to bring in dessert. The four siblings, Natsui and Hideyoshi, all rose from their seats forcefully and flew out into the hallway with a clatter. Afterwards, only the children, stunned completely speechless, Nanjo, who looked uncomfortable, and Kyrie, who just shrugged, were left. In the middle of all of this was Maria, who looked a little scared at the adult's sudden change. However, judging from her appearance, she didn't look like she realized the full meaning of what she just read.
What in the world was that all about? I don't get it. They're all bastards. Do they really want the inheritance that much? Everyone, this is our parents' problem. It has nothing to do with us, so you mustn't worry about it. Even if you say that, they were so blatant about it. I can't believe them, showing off their greed like that. Ooh, everyone has to believe together that we'll be happy. Ooh. That's right. We all did promise. Come on, Bella, Jessica, you too. Ha. I feel horrible. We couldn't accept it at all, but we laid down our arms for the time being. We'd been vaguely aware of how filthy the family conference was going to be. However, after that 6-year blank, I couldn't help being shocked. When he saw that the children were completely dejected, Dr. Nanjo cleared his throat uncomfortably.
It's an adult matter. It has nothing to do with all you young people. Let us forget about it.
What if I could?
I know it's hard, but forget it for now. All of your parents are fighting frantically to make your futures just a little brighter. Please, don't look at your injured parents with those cold eyes when they come back.
No matter how much you ask us, Kiri, that would be tough. If we could be happy with an explanation like that, we wouldn't be kids.
Ooh, everyone be happy. Can't get dark. Believe. If everyone doesn't believe we can be happy, that happiness will get away. Everyone has to believe.
I like the sound of that. I'll believe too. I'll believe we can find happiness.
You can't just believe that.
Ooh, Aunt Kiri, thank you. Balor and Jessica, you believe too. Beatrice is also saying that with that magic one of any powers if you don't believe. Ooh.
I'm pretty sure this is Badler, because it says
right.
because it says Kiri-san.
Yeah. Kiri rose from her seat quietly, went over to Maria and crouched down so that their eyes met.
Ooh, Aunt Kiri believed. Now Balor and Jessica have to believe.
Those two are strong. They'll feel better soon, and then they'll believe.
Yeah.
More importantly, I want you to tell me something.
When Kiri said that, Jessica, Georgianiki, Dr. Nanjo, and I all listened closely. It looked like her parents were so concerned with the inheritance problem that grandfather filled their minds. But we wanted to ask Maria about something simpler.
Ooh, what?
Who gave you the fucking umbrella?
Beatrice.
Who gave you that letter?
It was Beatrice. Beatrice gave me letter.
How did we know they were going to say that?
Yep.
The witch drawn in that portrait?
Ooh, she gave me this letter and an umbrella. And she used magic to fix my rose that was broken. Beatrice is an awesome witch who can do anything.
Could you tell us about that in a bit more detail?
No. I can't.
Yeah.
It's because magic doesn't exist in a certain
When this fucking
imagination.
chapter started, it was fucking 2 o'clock. Now it's 8. This is only the second one.
Yeah.
It's going so quickly.
Yeah.
Gotta get to the good stuff.
Yeah.
Who's it starting on?
Probably me. With Battler.
Maybe.
I think it is.
Oh well. That's the end
Doesn't
of
make
this one.
sense.
Come
Yeah,
back
that's
on
the end of this one.
Come back on Frida.
Yeah, see ya,
See ya.
bitches.